We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, Aromas. This is Aromie here, and welcome back to Changeling. Hit my hand on my stroll. But anyway, we're here, and we're gonna choose the course of True Love Never Did run smooth. I let out a small exasperated sigh. The course of True Love never did run smooth. So now it's True Love, and he's getting you to quote Shakespeare. Impressive. That's not what I meant. Look, it's just not easy for me to not be prickly, but you do really like him, right? I don't know, I think I'm starting to. I have a lot going on right now. Besides, I've noticed that Kara hangs around him and seems kind of protective. Oh yeah, that is definitely an issue. But the important thing isn't if there are other people who like him too, it's who he likes, which seems to be everyone. Things aren't always what they seem. So I'm learning. I gave her a sidelong look, thinking about the incident with Aromie. Since you brought her up, what really happened with her? I mean, after we left. Man, I wish I knew the answer to that one too. I tried talking to her about it all, but she was just so angry after she botched that concert. Wait, which concert? The one right before we moved? Or I just thought no one showed up. No, apparently she messed up badly at the start and ran off stage. I didn't know about it. She and I only talked about it once, and it wasn't really talking. More like her yelling at me about how no one showed up. I don't know much about it since I wasn't there. I did hear that her mother really freaked out. That part doesn't surprise me. Her mother was always dramatic. That's putting it lightly. Still, why didn't they just do another one, even if she messed up? They did schedule another one that year, but it was canceled at last minute. Why? I don't know. She stopped playing right after that and refused to talk about it. Is that really her lost dream then? But why? Why would one ruined night mean the end of a dream? That doesn't make sense. I never meant to ruin her aspirations. Hey, you didn't ruin anything. It feels like I ruined a lot. Things still bad with Spencer too. Ugh, she had to ask. Terrible, worse than ever. I paused and gave her a furtive look, avoiding meeting her eyes. What happens when a normal person finds out about the supernatural? Well, that depends. It can be really, really dangerous for them. Why? Why is just knowing about it dangerous? Humans naturally want to investigate things. That's fine when you can defend yourself. Not so fine when you can't. It's easy to step on toes in this world, or to stumble into things you shouldn't have seen. Some cryptics will erase your memories and move on. Others have slightly less polite ways to handle intruders. And some of them aren't really fond of humans to start with. You cross the wrong cryptic and there isn't going to be much left for you to bury. I winced slightly. I could understand that. Not to mention how much people apparently ate each other in this world. Even so, Elliot mentioned that his family knows about him. Well, there are several reasons that's okay. They don't want to know about the paranormal community. They found out about Elliot by accident, and we're satisfied with just that. They don't ask a lot of questions. And it's also to do with him being a vampire. Certain communities are much, much more secretive than they are, so the rules are a little different. Certain communities, like wizards, among others. Is that why you never told your family? Well, it's possible they know already. It's pretty rare for a human to spontaneously generate magic abilities. But I mean, if they know, why haven't they said anything? You know? Isn't it possible it's something like what we think happened to me? Or with me? Where it's showing up now after a long time of being dormant? Well, it doesn't work that way for humans. For me to have magic this strong means I'm either a complete anomaly or one of my parents has it. Probably my mother, but with her overseas for work. I suddenly gave her a quick hug, squeezing her tightly. I'm sorry I wasn't here when you were dealing with all that. Even if he had been, it wouldn't have changed much. In some ways, it may have been harder. We probably wouldn't have known about you being cryptic yet, and I wouldn't have been able to tell you anything. But I'm glad you're here now. Anyway, why are you asking about all this? Kara, then Spencer? I think Spencer's suspicious. I mean, he's always watched me really closely. I guess he noticed I've been acting weird. I fiddled with the edge of my comforter, chewing my lip. I didn't want him to get drawn into this, but there was a part of me that wished I could just explain it all to him and clear the air, for better or worse. Well, I'm not surprised, honestly. We've kind of put off dealing with him for a while, but the truth is that we don't know he's normal in the first place. What do we do? Given how busy everyone is for the next few days, I'd say that unless he's more than just suspicious, we should wait. I wanted to try to approach him with this, maybe test him. If we figure out where he stands, it'll be a lot easier to figure out how to deal with him. What if he's just a normal human? Then if he gets too involved, we may need to have Vilas erase his memories. What? I know, I don't want that to happen either, but in the end, sorry, in the end it won't be my call. He's a jerk, but he's still my brother. I don't want someone fiddling with his head and giving him brain damage or something. He's already enough of a pain in the butt to deal with. I don't think memory eraser causes brain damage. It's more like a seal that blocks the memories from being accessed. Still, there was a knock on my door interrupting our conversation. Yikes, we were pretty loud. Hope no one heard that. Then the knock came again, and it sounded suspiciously impatient. I got to check who it was, and unsurprised to see Spencer there. Speak of the devil, and he will appear. He throws a bag of chips at me. Mom wanted me to bring these up. Apparently, she thinks you probably already devoured the first one. Oh, thanks. Devoured? Really? I think you did that on purpose. Hey, Spencer, I haven't seen you much since you guys moved back. Where have you been hiding? Oh, she's blushing. So cute. Allie practically shoved me out of the way so she could lounge in the doorway, which, go ahead. Go. You do your thing. Spencer looked away and did he just blush a little? I've been busy. Too busy to say hi to me? Well, I don't see you around much at school. Yeah, I have a lot going on too, but you could have made an effort. It's not that I didn't want to say hello. It was weird seeing him flounder around and act like a normal person. I retreated to my bed and watched the two of them talk, wondering why he could act normally with Allie, but not with me. If you wanted to say hello, then you should have. I come by here every single morning these days. You never even wave. He shuffled his feet awkwardly and rubbed the back of his head. I just didn't know if you wanted to say hi. I don't know what you might have heard about me these days. I shot him a sharp look. Nothing but the truth, you jerk. I bit my tongue to keep from saying it aloud. Please, I've listened to you and Michiko whine about each other practically since you were born. That doesn't even faze me anymore. So, do I get to know your phone number or what? Is it a state secret? It's not a secret. I had to admit that watching her bully him into sharing contact information with her and promising to text was pretty entertaining. I hadn't seen him legitimately flustered in a real long time. He even smiled once. Okay, Romeo, can I have my friend back for a while? As much as it was fun to watch her tease him relentlessly, she did have a more important reason for coming over. And no, I was not bored and jealous. Definitely not. Spencer couldn't even muster the resolve to glare at me. He just rubbed the back of his head and muttered something. I'll text you. I'll wait for it. Oh, Spencer, you're so cute. You're so cute when you're not mean to me. He beat a hasty retreat back downstairs, the back of his neck remarkably red. Allie grinned after him and shut the door only when he was out of sight. Ew. I was obligated to say it. I know, he's your brother and it's gross. He's also a creep and a jerk most of the time. Well, he's nice to me. I flopped back onto my bed and threw my arms over my eyes. Yeah, I know. He's always so gruff and cranky, same as when we were kids. It's funny. You know, that most people would not find those qualities endearing, right? You're so twisted. I felt her sit on the bed next to me. I really don't think he's all that bad. I think there's something bothering him. Yeah, me. Maybe it'll take a neutral third party to help settle things. I mean, you can try if you want. I nudged her with my foot. You're not allowed to be neutral. You're supposed to be biased in my favor. Best friend? Right. I'm totally not neutral at all. I'm totally biased in your favor in all ways. I sighed and sat up. You're such a liar. Well, if it makes you feel better. I stuck my tongue out at her. So you were going to put up those word thingies or whatever. Oh, yeah, right. You think I should put one up in your room? It couldn't hurt. It couldn't hurt. It could hurt. I mean, if my super pure magical aura is going to be attracting creepy things, I like all the protection I could get. This could fuck me over though, because what if Corvin tries to enter? I don't think it's going to necessarily be attracting anything, but just in case, I'll do one here, then go down in a bit, and put some up outside then. No problem. She did it. She put a barrier in here before. I don't know whose route it was, but she put one in here before. I watched her stand in the middle of my room do her chanting magic thing. After a few seconds, she opened her eyes. That's done. She seemed rather simple. I couldn't really tell that she'd done anything, so I was just going to trust her on that one. How does this wording stuff even work anyway? Depends on the type of word setting up. There are types? Of course there are. There's almost never just one way to do something. I guess that's true. Hang on a sec. I jumped up and went to my desk, pulling out the journal I'd been keeping. What's that? I figured I'd take notes. I've been trying to keep track of anything important I've been learning. Isn't that going to be a problem if someone finds it? Oh, come on, I'm not that dumb. I opened the notebook and showed her. Allie leaned in closer, raising an eyebrow as she examined the squiggles and dots. What the heck? I figured I'd just write it in a way no one else could read it. So that's some sort of code. Well, you remember when Spencer and I were little and we talked to each other. Oh right, I've forgotten about that. You two had that weird language you made up. It was mostly me who made it up. Spencer did learn it though. Anyway, when we were a little older, I actually made up letters for it. Oh, cool. You still remember it. Yeah, Spencer forgot it, apparently. I shrugged. Twin languages were hardly uncommon. There was even a medical term for it, cryptophasia. I think the only thing really odd about ours was how long we continued to use it, and that I continued to develop it even after Spencer forgot about it. She does not realize what she just stated doesn't sound correct. Anyway, I thought it would be perfect for the notes. If anyone finds it, they'll dismiss it as just some goofy code or something. Makes sense. So you were saying? Right, so the most common type of ward is a symbol of some kind, something that either protects or repulses negative things. What kind of symbols? They vary by culture and region really, but things like iron horseshoes, four-leaf clovers, and so on. The problem is that symbol wards aren't always effective and they're stationary. Some people set up barrier wards that repel evil by simply not letting it pass through. Even then, you have physical barriers and magical barriers. Gotcha. If you look in my bag, I have a box of symbol ward things at the bottom. You can look through it if you want. I grabbed her bag off the floor and started rummaging through it, poking and prodding at all the weird things in it. Where did she even get a hold of some of it? What even was all of it? Eye of Newt, toe of frog. I actually wouldn't have been shocked to find either at this point. Anyway, bears have their limitations, so anything I put up today will only last a few weeks at most. A few weeks? That's a long time. I hissed loudly and yanked my hand back as something in her bag burned my hand. Well, hey, you okay? Yeah, something in there just burned me. Not badly or anything, felt more like touching a stinging needle or something. I looked down at my fingertips as I rubbed them together. The tips were slightly red, but that was all. It burned you. What was it? I looked in the bag, nudged a little jar with my knuckle. This thing. Oh, that's St. John's wort. I'm allergic to St. John's wort, but I don't know how it managed to affect me through class. Well, it's a fairy bane. Fairy bane? Like something to ward off fairies? Yeah, I just grabbed it with everything else without thinking. I never really considered the idea that stuff like that would work on me. Wait, so that meant I wasn't allergic to it. I had a reaction because it was a fairy bane? Well, you are a fae after all, and that's another reason symbols-based wards can be tricky. Some of them are meant to ward off specific creatures, some of whom may be allies. Most magic barriers are designed to just keep out anything with ill intent, regardless of race. Does that mean Spencer won't be able to come in my room now? No. But in this regard, ill intent typically implies something like wanting to cause physical harm. We were interrupted when my phone chimed. Who's that? I picked up my phone to check, raising my eyebrows when I saw the name on the screen. It's Corvin. How's the warding process going? Oh, you remember that was today? Of course I did. We haven't talked in a week. I just going to go on like everything was normal, huh? Even in spite of what happened the last time we seen each other. Meh. It's going okay, I guess. I burned my hand on Allie's weird witchy stuff. Oh, he uses the face. Ouch! If I was there, I'd kiss it better. Wait! Stop. Really, Cor? Of course, I really would do it. Your hands are so swollen and cute. I hope the burn isn't too bad. And I'm sorry I didn't get to see you the last few days. Well, I'm sure you were busy. What are you guys talking about? I quickly shoved my phone under the blankets. Nothing. Corvin's is being weird. Oh, really? Can I see? No. I dove for my phone at the same time Allie did, but the cheater held up the St. John's wort. Can I have that? Just in case, just in case, might need it to hurt myself for some reason. I hissed and jumped back without thinking. Allie dug my phone out and darted across the room, crowing victoriously. He's gonna kiss your hand. Ooh, do I not have the passcode? Oh my god, are you 12? Oh my god, me, am I 12? Because I was hiding my phone under the phone case. A pillowcase. I threw a pillow at her face, but she dodged it. Hey, I've just never gotten to tease you about a guy before, so I'm making up for lost time. Can you get your butt downstairs to finish the ward thingies? Fine. She handed me back my phone and I immediately texted Corvin. I'm going to kill you next time I see you. What? Why? He was going to just have to suffer until next week over that one. By the way, I'm going to leave this for you. She had taken a small pouch out of her bag and set it on my bed. I immediately picked it up and started looking it over. What is it? This is a simple talisman. The effect isn't strong, but it can dampen your aura a bit so you don't attract unwanted attention. And it also creates a small area of protection. I turned it over in my hands. A slightly sweet fragrance was emanating from it, but otherwise it just looked like a plain little pouch. But this is where we are going to stop for today's episode, because we have hit that time. So anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.